Most only say Kalalal, Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers pushing this work in all sincerity and in truth. I'm the brother Yahawah from the GMS Kingston Jamaica camp. Here once again, right? This one is entitled Israel is Waking Up, man. Israel is waking up on a massive scale. The truth is being surged throughout the four corners of the earth, yo. Zine, all eyes are seeing the truth. The truth is being spoken in buildings, at posts, at security posts, Zine, even in particular classes, on university campus. This truth is going out four corners, man, all over. No one is being untouched by this truth. The truth is reaching all about, right? That's why the scripture in book of Romans chapter 13 says, high time now that we wake up out of sleep. It's a high time we wake out of sleep, because this truth, the spread of this truth, means a couple of things. It means that the elect is being sealed, and it means that the destruction is coming. Zin, the time of the end is coming. Isaiah 52 verse 1, it says, awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments. What is that beautiful garment that is being spoken of? It's talking about the word. Put on the word, man. The word is thy beautiful garment, yo. Right? Put on that. O Yerushalayim, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come unto thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. Shake thyself from the dust. What does that mean? From the state of confusion. Because we were once in a dead state. We were once in a state of not knowing who we are. But right now we are being shaken from that state of confusion. From that state of being dead. Right? Arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bonds of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion. Right? Loose yourself from ignorance. Loose yourself from the darkness, yo. Understand? Loose yourself from that dead state. From that state of not knowing who you are. Shake off the dust. Zin, shake thyself from the dust. Shake yourself from the darkness. Put on this truth upon you. Zin, put on that beautiful garment which is this truth. Bind yourself with the word. Gird up your loins with righteousness and all of those things that is mentioned in the Bible. Right? Because right now we are living in the time when the darkness is being cast away by this word. The light is coming forth, man. Revelation 11 verse 9. Zin, it says, and they of thy people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half. Because we were once living in a state of confusion. We were once living in a state of darkness, not knowing who we are, teaching that the so-called white man is God. Right? Being in these churches, being taught by the ambassadors of the white man, telling us that we are not the children of Israel, telling us that we are Gentiles and that those people over there in the land of Israel right now, that they are the true Israelites. Seeing all of those things that we believed are us being in a state of darkness, not being sensible enough to know that we are the true biblical Israelites. Seeing, because the curses line up with us, man, right? And we are going to get those blessings as well. You understand? Once we come to this knowledge and understanding, all of those curses is going to be translated to our enemies, as is mentioned in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 7. Right? So, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. It's not literally talking about literal dead bodies. What it's talking about is us being in a dark and dark state of mind, being in ignorance, being confused, right? Being dumb. Because how, if you have dead bodies not being put in graves. If you don't bury bodies, what happens? It causes a spread of diseases. So if you're going to be around those bodies, you're going to die. So it's not literally talking about dead bodies. It's talking about the children of Israel being in a state of darkness, right? And the other nations are looking at us as if we are nothing. That's what it's talking about. That's a part of the curses as well, right? All the other nations look at us being a lost people, calling ourselves African American, Trinidadian, Jamaican, right? And all the other bywords as that is a curse. See, they are looking at us as if we are nothing. We are dumb, ignorant people, right? So that is a representation of being in a dead state, right? And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth, representing that the other nations rejoice over our downfall. Right? You can back that up with the book of Lamentations chapter 2 verse 15. Right? All that pass by clap their hands at thee, they hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? That's what the other nations have been saying. The other nations have been calling us all sort of names, man. Niggers, wetbacks, pigs, all bywords and names that are degrading, right? That's what they have done. They have rejoiced over our downfall. They have rejoiced over us being in a state of darkness, not knowing who we truly are, calling ourselves Egyptians, calling ourselves all manner of bywords and things that are not of the highest caliber, right? It says, all thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we looked for. We have found, we have seen it. Right? That is what's happening. Because we are the only people on the face of the earth who don't have a defense. Right? We are the only people who don't have a backing in terms of a government on the earth. Our defense, our only defense, which is the greatest defense, is Yahawah Hashem Yahushai. But when you look on the worldly level, who is our defense? In America, you have the blacks over there, the Israelites over there, the so-called blacks. They are being persecuted by their own government. Right? Wherever else we dwell, we are living in a state of disparity. Right? We are living in a state that is very dilapidated. Right? Dilapidated means broken down, degrading. Right? That's the state that our people are living in. Right? Over there in India, I have a set of people who came into India from Africa. They mixed with the people over there, and they are basically treated as outcasts over there in India. Right? Our people that they have some people also in China that looks as if they are our people as well. And they are treated harshly as well. So wherever our people dwell, they are treated as the less of the less. They are treated as nothing. And the other nations have basically puffed up themselves above us. They have rejoiced over our downfall. Right? They have rejoiced over our sufferings. And rejoice over us not knowing who we are, which we are supposed to own up to who we are, man. We are supposed to wake up and put on the beautiful garment of truth, knowing who we are, knowing that we are the children, the true biblical Israelites, man. The princes of the power. Which power? Yahawah. Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's what we're supposed to do, man. Right? And stop following these ignorant Egyptologists. Right? Those ignorant pastors who basically kissing the feet and the ass of the so-called white man, yo. We're supposed to be proud to be an Israelite, yo. You understand? So that dead state, going back to Revelation 11, right? That dead state is referring to us not knowing who we are, us being in a mental state of darkness. See, verse 10, as I've mentioned, basically refers to all other nations rejoicing over our downfall, man. See, verse 11, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life. Oh yes, this is where we're at right now, man. We're at the stage when the spirit of life is flowing in us, when this truth is being sprinkled upon us, when we are being clarified from the confused state, right? The truth is washing away all the mental state of darkness, man. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them that watch. Fell upon them which saw them. So right now, great fear is being falling on all the other nations because we are getting back our truth. We are getting back our identity. Right? We are basically reaffirming ourselves that we are the true biblical Israelites, man. You understand? Let me jump to Isaiah chapter 44 verse 1. It says, now hear, O Jacob my servant, and Israel whom I have chosen. Zin, chosen, the chosen one, Israel. Thus saith the Lord that made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. Jeshurun is another name for the nation of Israel. Zin, going back to the Hebrew, Yahawah, which means upright one. Zin, whom I have chosen. So Israel is that upright one, mainly elect of the nation of Israel. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thy offspring. Right? This is what's happening to the children of Israel right now. You understand? The children of Israel is being poured upon by the Spirit of the Heavenly Father. The word of truth is washing us from darkness, man. Right? We are being made clean through the word. The elect of the nation of Israel. We are coming to the understanding that we, the elect, hopeful elect, right, are the true rulers of the earth. We are supposed to be the one in the seat of reignment. We are supposed to be the one in control of all worldly governance. See? We are supposed to be the one who basically declaring the word of the Heavenly Father in truth and righteousness, declaring the standards of the Heavenly Father, man. See? We, the children of Israel, right? And they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the water courses. One shall say, I am the Lord's. And we're saying that we belong to the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, right? One shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob. Aren't we doing that? Right now, you look through the internet, you type in Yahawah, you type in Israel, the true Israelites, right? You type in Israelites. You have men, women, all the members and families of our nation starting to call themselves by their true names. See? Starting to refer to themselves as Yahawah, right? Yahawah means He Prince of Power, Israel, right? And another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Israel. There are men who are actually doing that, who are going to the registration office, taking out a name change and calling themselves Israel, right? Even though it really don't make a difference, but hey, that is what's happening right now, right? We are the true biblical Israelites, man, and we are coming back to this knowledge. We are coming back to this understanding, man. This word of truth is being flooded throughout the four corners of the earth, man, and we are understanding the power that is out our defense, man. Right? We are understanding that perfectly. And it needs be for us to maintain that truth. Right? Because the so-called white man will try. The in scripture tells that the devil as a roaring lion seek it who him supposed to who him may devour. You see? So we supposed to always remain firm and steady in that knowledge that we are to be held at an high standard. A standard that is acceptable to the Father, Yahawah Hashem Yahushai. Right? As being a princes of the power. Right? That is the standard that we are supposed to keep, man. You see me? We are not riffraff as other nations would have us believe. We are princes, man. Right? So with that, hope that this lesson was edifying unto the elect of the nation of Israel. I want to say Kalalal, Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. The honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers pushing this work in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.